I've gotten used to it on the doubles tour. I'm actually a big fan of the no-ad scoring. I think that'd be something they should even look at in singles, perhaps to speed up the game and make it a little more exciting.
And Serena has yet to win a point.
You know, one thing I've noticed about the Williams sisters, I actually played team tennis with Venus in Philadelphia a few years ago, and they come out a little bit slow sometimes. But they do have so much athleticism that they're able to turn around pretty quick. Once they get going, they're hard to stop, and I think we're going to see some pretty good tennis from Serena upcoming.
Turned 31 in September. Of course, last year had that pulmonary embolism that she said threatened her life and took her off tour for 9 months.
Radwanska.
One thing Radwanska does so well is use the pace of her opponent's shot, and she did that right there. You know, Venus cracked that return pretty hard, pretty deep, and Radwanska just placed it back deep in the other side, and caused Williams to make that unforced error by having to move her feet a little extra.
Up 2-love early.
Love 15.
Serena ranked number 3 in the world right now, but an indication of where women's tennis is and the international nature of it. The top 11 players in the world are from 11 different countries. Serena's the only American in the top 20.
Yeah, it's a changing of the guard. We're seeing it happen in men's tennis and in a lot of sports, actually. Hockey, basketball, players from around the world are starting to dominate and catch up and, put a lot of quality on the field or court, whatever it is. And it's no exception in tennis.
Talked about your Olympic gold medal. Serena, of course, is a 4-time Olympic gold medalist, 3 times in doubles, and took the singles title this year at Wimbledon to cap the most extraordinary Olympic tennis performance in history.
Yeah, you said she lost 17 games?
She lost 17 games in 6 matches.
I mean, that's unheard of.
15-40.
That's so dominant.
She never lost more than 3 games in any set.
Wow.
One of her victims in round 2 in Wimbledon, at the Olympic tournament at Wimbledon, was Ursula Radwanska, Aga's younger sister.
30-40.
Yeah, the talent obviously runs in the family, and I've noticed that they play a lot of doubles together. They get along really well. They're always practicing with each other, and it's good to see sisters doing that.
Serena's the only tennis player, male or female, who holds the Golden Slam in both singles and doubles.
Wow.
Game, Radwanska.
But so far, it's Radwanska with the early advantage. She leads 3-love. We're back to Toronto after this.
3 games to love.
Number 4 in the world now.
Quick double break for Radwanska coming out of the gates. I mean, she's such a good ball striker, Serena. Just coming out a little bit slow. The feet aren't moving yet. I think, maybe, hopefully, sometime real soon we get to see the real Serena.
For her part, Radwanska was only beaten by one woman in the first 5 months of this year. It was Victoria Azarenka 6 times.
Yeah, unfortunate for Radwanska to have to run into her that many times, but a lot of those were in the finals of tournaments. She was one of the hottest players on tour in the first half of the season. Up until Wimbledon, she was playing great tennis, and she's not someone you want to come out and give a lot of free points to, because she's not gonna give anything away. You're gonna have to beat her. She's one of those players you're gonna have to beat, and that's what Serena did in the third set at Wimbledon. She raised her level.
Another love game for Radwanska, who leads 4-love.
Radwanska leads 4 games to love.
That's the shot that Radwanska uses so well, as a drop shot to set up the lob after that. Effective play in women's tennis.
And you got the sense, and we talked this morning, that for Radwanska, there was some meaning in this to avenge that loss, and the fact she's never beaten Serena.
Yeah, for sure. I think, events like this, she's not that accustomed to. She's making a name for herself on tour, and, she's turning into a big drawing card, so she's loving this exposure and this opportunity. And, you just see another example of her on the run. She's able to place that ball deep and, neutralize the point. She's so good at keeping herself in the rally and using her opponent's pace.
And Serena showing some signs of frustration. You mentioned this is an exhibition match, but when you go on court, anytime you want to play well, right?
For sure. We're all competitive. We love competing, and we love being in situations like this in front of big crowds. So, Serena's not happy right now, for sure. Even though there's no points at stake, if Radwanska is able to pull this match out, the next time they do play in a real tournament, it's going to be in the back of Serena's mind for sure. So everything counts at the end of the day. Roddick beat Federer at an exhibition in Madison Square Garden after, not sure what turn. I think it was after the Australian Open sometime last year. And, I mean, if there's one lopsided score in an opponent, it's Roddick against Federer. Another great drop shot by Radwanska. And he was able to pull out that match, and then 2 months later he beat him in Miami in a tour event, the big Masters 1000. And, you have to think that he got a little bit of confidence winning that match in that exhibition.
One thing that television doesn't do justice is how hard players hit the ball on every point, and Serena especially.
Yeah, for sure. She hits the ball like a guy, like any of the top guys, and she's got a lot of pace behind her ball. She gets a lot of body weight behind it. I think Mike Johnson's got the best seat in the house down there. He's going to appreciate how fast the ball's going.
Radwanska.
And Radwanska, another service break, up 5-love in the first set.
When you're watching the match, nobody wants injury time. Voltarol Emulgel is designed to target pain where it hurts. Unlike products that work by only cooling or heating the skin, Voltarol contains an anti-inflammatory which strikes at the source of pain, providing powerful deep-down relief so you can be game for anything. Voltarol, the joy of movement. And now available prescription-strength Voltarol pain ease tablets you can get over the counter. Ask your pharmacist today.
Create your own website with One-on-One. Whether you're a hairdresser, an accountant, or a photographer, choose from over 120 business sectors. Select your company name, color, and design. Industry-specific text and images included. Changes anytime. Personalize your content, design, logo, or images online.
Great Cup week, you can't beat that. Thanks a lot, guys. Enjoy the match. Right. Keep your head up.
And that's a good point about keeping your head up. This stadium arena setup features very low end seats. And last year when Sampras played Ronich, a number of fans had unexpected and quick arrivals. And in fact, Sampras warned a woman who was sitting in those first rows to stop texting. And sure enough, 5 minutes later, she was texting, got pegged by a Ronich serve. And Sampras turned around and said, "I warned you."
PK's got the worst seat in the house possible for that. Yeah, he said 169 Ks. I think you better change that first number to 2 when Roddick and Milos go over.
Love 40.
A little oomph behind that from Serena.
Hopefully she gets a few of those strung together. Wow.
Williams.
And a break at love for Serena.
Radwanska leads 5-1.
Now down 5-1 and Serena to serve. Serena recorded the second fastest serve in women's history. She went 128 miles an hour at the 2010 French Open. The only woman to serve faster, her sister.
Really?
Venus went 129 at the U.S. Open in 2007.
129 would be a dream for me right now.
Just needed a 5-game warm-up.
Yeah. Serena started picking it up here. It's good for the fans, good for everyone. Still looks like she's missing a little bit of her legs in some of those shots or serves. She usually explodes a little bit more up into the ball, and some of the forehands and backhands she's missed. Just taking big steps to the ball instead of small little steps. No defense for a shot like that. Wow. Radwanska showing off her drop shot skills once again. Probably the best in the women's game at the drop shot.
Serena's attempt at a drop shot drops into the net, and so now a set point. 2, in fact, for Radwanska.
Serena's not going to win this match by hitting drop shots. We know her as a big hitter. She hits winners like that, or not.
Deuce.
And again, the format, no ads, so.
Yeah, this is it. This is a pressure player right here. I think the receiver gets the choice, not the server.
Deuce.
At least that's how it works in doubles.
She doesn't know. The chair umpire doesn't know. So Radwanska chose.
Can I go on the chair? No one has more experience with this scoring than me.
Pick your
New
side.
balls, please.
Chose the wrong side.
And so Serena now down 5-2. We're back to Toronto after this. Is on court as one of the 4 celebrities taking part in the festivities this evening. And
15 love.
Imagine he's in a hole
play
here.
as a pro when you're 40.
Deuce.
Yeah, for sure. I'm enjoying it. I feel fortunate to have played as long as I have, and obviously doubles is a lot less stressful on the body than singles. But you know, still enjoy getting out there and playing with these young guys.
It's a lifeline point for Stepanek. By comparison to the 3 of 21 converted by Ferrer, the Czech is 1 from 2.
Radwanska showcasing her all-court ability there. She's able to come to the net and finish at the net, and you know she's able to win from the baseline. I think Smith was yelled to someone in the crowd. I'm crying out here.
Correcha was first out of the chair after that serve.
I think he got it.
Well in. Buying some time, Stepanek.
After traversing the
To the set
globe
point.
tour this year, took some time off after the U.S. Open and the WTA Championship, went to Cuba for a week. She said she wanted to go someplace in the world she hadn't been, but there weren't many left.
Sure. Tennis players live and very international. We're playing on different continents at all times, and move on from one place to another every week. It can be hectic, and it's nice to see her get away.
Didn't feel as though she ran out of gas near the end of the year for the U.S. Open after traveling back and forth after Wimbledon for the Olympics, then back to the hard court.
Yeah, I think the first half of her year was amazing, and I think right after Wimbledon she had a little bit of a letdown.
Ferrer absorbs Stepanek's finest.
She was a second seed.
Takes a 2 sets to love lead.
Game Williams.
Serena with the break.
5 games to 3.
And it's now 5-3.
Sometimes the hardest thing to do for a professional player is to actually just go away from the game. You know, your life is tennis. It's all you're thinking about. You know, she wants to be, you know, ranked #1, I'm sure, and you know, she's got up to rank #5 in the world, but she wasn't playing well. So I think it's, you know, it takes a little bit of courage to do what she did, take a little vacation. But in the end, I think that's the best thing for her. You know, when you're a little bit burnt out.
15 love.
Serena, age 31, is giving no indication she'll retire anytime soon. Andy Roddick called himself old at the press conference this morning, and she reminded him that she's a year older.
Yeah, it's surprising. Women's tennis usually, the players are peaking in their early 20s. But Serena's quite an exception.
And she plays doubles as well.
She does play quite a bit of doubles, always with her sister, and you know, I think they actually lost for the first time in a long time at the U.S. Open. They have quite a unbelievable record together. Serena just redirect that quite easily down the line.
Serena, a good shot. To a lot of people, Radwanska looks physically and plays a lot like her hero, Martina Hingis.
I mean, they have very similar game styles. You know, they're very good at using their opponent's pace. They're very smart. They implement the drop shot, the slice, the lob. I think one thing that might differ with Radwanska and Hingis a little bit is just the aggression. I think Martina was a lot more willing to go forward. Quite a shot on the run. Now she's moving, Serena.
Gives herself a little cheer.
40-15.
It's an amazing shot on the run. I think that just plays into Radwanska's favor. Anytime you try that shot against her, that's her strength. Playing those little cat and mouse games at the net, little drop shots, little angles. I think the only thing that's holding her back, from being a top player, I mean, she already is a top player, but perhaps number 1, number 2 player, is just physical strength.
Game Williams.
Serena's just that.
Enjoy the tennis match. Enjoy the week.
Love 15.
So Radwanska opened by winning the first 5 games of this set, and now Serena has taken 4 straight. Radwanska serving for the first set.
Well, if there's one thing where women's tennis does differ a little bit than men, is the momentum swings that happen in their matches, and this is a perfect example. You can see just total swing happen just out of the blue for no reason. Radwanska was total control of this match. And you got to attribute some of it to Serena's footwork picking up. Radwanska just so crafty around the court, coming in with a nice slice, finishing at the net. I was saying she has the defense down. If she just gets a little bit more offense in her game, she's
30-15.
she'll be knocking on the door for majors. Well, she already is, but she'll be hoisting trophies at the majors.
Ace, 159 kilometers an hour. Her first.
Doesn't matter how hard it is. If it's near the line, it's going to be effective.
Radwanska takes the first set 6-4. You're watching the Sport Check face-off from